Another devastating day in America as what is being described as potentially a Middle Eastern man walking into the Blackstone building, abandoning his vehicle outside, which has been taken apart by the bomb squad and is now being piece by piece searched by NYPD. Apparently abandoned his vehicle on the street, walked in to the lobby of 345 Park Place. That is between Lexington and Park and between 51st and 52nd. This is the building. It is a 44-story building. Apparently, the camera shot shows him casually walking in to the lobby here where allegedly he shot an officer in the lobby as he walked in who was posted on a detail. Remember, a detail is a paid position that an officer could take, usually when they're done with their regular hours, to pick up basically an extra shift doing security, or at least having a presence at another facility. Not necessarily doing security, but having a presence in the event something happens. There is talk that one of the officers that was shot has died. One other officer has been shot, as well as potentially as many as 4 more people. It's unclear how many more people have been shot, as the building is just getting cleared by NYPD. We've been listening to the radio comms and listening to the special response teams clear not only the lobby and secure the lobby to remove civilians out of the building, after of course identifying them and interviewing them to make sure they're not letting like second shooters out, right? Very common. You don't want a second shooter escaping potentially, so usually they document, who's leaving. But then they're not just clearing from the bottom, they're also clearing from the rooftop. So they are coming down, clearing the building floor by floor. It is believed that the individual is dead, that he may have shot himself once he arrived to either the 25th or 33rd floor. So 25th or 33rd floor. Again, this is a building that is a headquarters for Blackstone, private equity firm in the United States. This is obviously a massive investment company. I mean, we're talking trillions of dollars. Here, $1.2 trillion under management. And this is their building here. You do also have other offices here, potentially this Rudin Property Management. They have their address listed at 345 Park. Their website is loading very, very slowly. You've got Deutsche Bank, you've got NFL offices in this building, accounting firms inside of this building. It's unclear what the motive for this situation is, but what we do know is that chaos has essentially struck Manhattan, and it's disgusting to think that, as Americans, again, we have to live in fear for this kind of stuff, and especially in a place that is so secure like New York. This occurred relatively close to the 7 o'clock hour, and you can see here special response teams. Once this actually loads, there we go. Special response teams on the right moving in. It's unclear if these are just uniformed officers who grabbed their rifle and a helmet and ran in. Usually in an active shooter scenario, you want to, as quickly as possible, have officers respond even before getting a full SWAT team in place, just for the sake of time. You don't want to repeat what we've seen in places like Texas, where unfortunately you have seen time end up leading to more deaths at school shootings. That's not what you want to see. So generally, an active response for an active shooter is responding as soon as possible and getting shots on a gunman. The New York Post is reporting potentially that 3 have been critically injured, though the latest reports seem to be that 6 were injured and that 1 has died. And again, the individual has potentially taken their own life. Now, there are questions around why were other people outside of the building arrested? Like, here's a Free Palestine guy who was arrested outside of the building around the same time. Here's potentially another activist or somebody else shouting Free Palestine who apparently had a cut on her head who was also arrested. Usually at a time like this, officers are not entirely clear of exactly what's going on. Radio communications can be very overwhelmed, and it's not uncommon for one person shouting and protesting, especially with blood on their forehead, to turn into, here's a video of the lady getting rushed out of that active shooter scene, not uncommon to get people out, like just arrest people, get people out of there, and you know, figure out what's going on after the fact. That is not uncommon at all. Now, some people starting to speculate, like, what could the motivation be here? Was this a slam on private equity? Is this a slam on capitalism? Is this, you know, some kind of setup to make New Yorkers fearful that they need to make sure that they don't elect a defund the police style mayor like a Mamdani? Now, that would be obviously a little bit more extreme, implying that potentially this was politically motivated to prop up the opposition to Mamdani. Who knows? You know, if they're anti-capitalistic, it would almost seem like it would be a pro-Mamdani style thing, who basically he is a self-professed, what he calls democratic socialist, and he says that capitalism is actually evil. So it's unknown. We don't seem to have any kind of manifesto or any kind of motive at this point, although I'm sure more data will come out in time. But this is quite a nerve-wracking situation for Manhattan. Again, that's 345 Park Ave. And we can see here on the live blog from the Wall Street Journal that the shooter, reportedly, the New York Police Commissioner says that after 90, so we're just now at the end of this, that the shooter, we're just now getting confirmation within the last 10 minutes here that the shooter has been neutralized after about 90 minutes. It looks like the first shots took place at about 6:30 p.m. and the shooter, the police can confirm now, has been neutralized. This is... look at this. Blackstone employees shared messages over email and Microsoft Teams that there was a shooter in the lobby and warned each other not to go downstairs. Employees shared that they were hiding and locking themselves in offices. Good Lord. I mean, this is just a sort of, unfortunately, another terrible situation in America, and this gives us a breakdown of what just happened. It's scary. I hope everybody stays safe out there. And if you're ever nervous about your safety, always remember, you can get life insurance in as little as 5 minutes by going to metkevin.com/life. It's a paid partner of the channel. That said, let's hope we get answers as to what just occurred, and let's also pray that there are no other shooters, because that's the last thing we want. We don't need terrorism anywhere in the world, but no terrorism is acceptable. Thanks for watching this breakdown. Stay safe out there.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.